What's going on? It's Donald Washington, Weed Stock Invest. I'm gonna bring you guys to Canopy Growth. They just bought a German synthetic THC maker for $343 million cash. Now, a lot of other companies buy other companies, but however they do it with stock. Canopy is making major moves. They're making major moves outside of Canada. Remember, Canada only has 36 million people, which California has more people than that. So at first, I was not big on the Canadian stock market. But however, Canopy Growth positioned themselves to buy a company in the U.S. As soon as the U.S. goes legal federally, they've made a deal to buy Acreage Holdings, which is one of the biggest marijuana companies in the U.S. So Canopy Growth is already set to buy them as soon as we go legal. So Canopy Growth is definitely somebody you want to watch. I want to bring you guys also to MedMen. MedMen stock right now for me is definitely going to stay away. I'm going to definitely be staying away from MedMen. I'm going to bring you guys why. MedMen's former CEO, he's already suing them for $19.8 million. And now it's another article out that is saying former MedMen CEO adds new allegations to the lawsuit against the cannabis company. So MedMen stock has just been falling. They're at MedMen. Let me see. They're at $2.67, which is not good. A lot of people say. One thing that Peter Leeds always says is saying, instead of admitting your mistakes when the stock goes down, a lot of people just buy more. At this point with MedMen, I'm going to say it's a pass for me. So I'm going to bring you guys also that Mexico is marching to move to legalization in Mexico. I'm going to bring you guys that article. Also, something everybody sleep on is Supreme Cannabis Company. I'm going to bring you guys an article that's saying that they are moving into Africa. They're saying Africa is a huge billion-dollar industry in marijuana. A lot of countries in Africa are going to be looking to legalize cannabis, at least on a medical level for now. And it'll probably be some years before they look to legalize it recreational. But however, which companies can you get to jump on first if Africa legalizes cannabis? And one of the companies that already positioned themselves is Supreme Cannabis Company. Also, Aphria is also has some land in Africa as well. So I'm gonna bring you guys those two moves now. Supreme Cannabis is only $1.45 right now. So that's somebody you definitely want to put on your watch list. Study up on them because they are $1.45. Aphria is only at $7 right now. So those two are very affordable stocks that may end up breaking out in the future. This is Donald Washington. So now, let me bring you guys to Canopy. I'm going to put all these links into the description box as well. But this is going to say Canopy Growth buys German synthetic THC maker for $343 million. This is Canadian dollars. However, they're saying this company, they're saying it's an all-cash acquisition. I think it's $225.9 million. Oh, Canadian. All right, furthers Canopy's growth expansion into Europe markets with prescription medicines. It gives the company immediate access to wealth and knowledge and intellectual property. C3 primary medical offering, joint boards, pure chemical compound standard, THC. That's amazing. This acquisition would allow Canopy to further its power in European physician. So they're just growing. Canopy is making huge moves. A lot of people are saying they definitely can move into the $80 mark soon. And especially when the United States legalize it, them as well as Acreage Holding, as soon as Canopy makes that move. So now, I also want to bring you guys I'm going to bring you guys to Aphria. This article is out. It's saying Bank of America invests $2.1 million in Aphria. Really $2.2 million in Aphria. That's a big move for Bank of America to be investing in Aphria. Several other institutions changed its position. Aphria is only $7 right now. Aphria was going tough at $15, and they were one of the leaders right behind Tilray, Canopy, and then it was Aphria. But however, they had a bad fallout. One of their Jamaica dispensaries or whatever turned out to be fake. Their stock fell to $4 and then worked its way back up to $9 and fell down to $7. But it's on a strong path back up. It's on a strong path back up. They're saying bought new shares, fourth quarter is approximately 15 million. So I'm gonna post this article in the description box as well. Now that brings me to MedMen. I mean, this stock it's just been bleeding. It's just been going down. I thought at $3 it couldn't get no worse, but then when it went to 270, then it went to the 260s. I'm like, oh no. But I'm gonna bring you guys to some of the former MedMen CFO adds new charges, allegations. Jane Parker, former chief financial officer for marijuana company MedMen, has come forth with new allegations. I'm gonna put this article as well in the description box. So 17.5 million cash, updated lawsuit. He was denied any of his benefits. I'm gonna also bring you guys to to the allegations of greed. Look at this, what I read about MedMen. It said a few weeks later, it emerged that MedMen had paid $200,000 to Winning Media, a marketing firm, to boost the company's image in the weeks before quarterly earning, called through online ads and placement of positive stories on pot-related websites. Did not tell you guys that I think that these marijuana companies are paying people to blog about their stock. Because if you Google best marijuana stocks, you keep going. It's going to be Canopy, Royal Cannabis, Aphria, Tilray. I mean, it's just going to keep. And I had to dig deep to find the Royal, not the Royal Cannabis, but the Cresco Labs, the Acreage Holdings. I had to Hexo. I had to dig deep for those. So this is an article saying that MedMen, just like I was saying, paying people to blog about this site. Also, I read this about in the article about MedMen. There was good, less great. MedMen still lost $65 million last quarter. Then in January, post CFO James Parker, the company wrongful dismissal, alleged, among other things, the company's spending addiction. Well, MedMen paid for chauffeur Escalades for Beardman and a custom $160,000 Tesla SUV. Parker also claimed MedMen chartered jets. Oh, god damn it. Built safe rooms and bought a $300,000 conference table and spent the same amount to Beardman's marriage counselor for staff as a life coach. Shortly after the company went public, both 31-year-old and 37-year-old Beardman took millions in bonuses from a still in the red legal move potential investors. That's what I'm telling you guys. MedMen is a no for me. I'm not going to stunt in front. MedMen is a no. Also from the article, a pair of lawsuits follows a fraud period for MedMen, which currently has stores in California, Nevada, New York, Arizona, and Illinois. Last November, the company reported a $79 million for loss of $79 million for its fiscal 2018 fourth quarter, as well as $112 million for the entire year. This Wednesday, Consensus announces its fiscal earnings. Other stuff in that lawsuit from the former CFO there, among other legends. Now this stuff His father classes, seeking money, unpaid overtime. This type of stuff, I'm not concerned with. Some of the earlier legend enriched themselves out of turning much hyped $1 billion suspect. All of the white noise. Unload nearly $14 million in stock after the Aphria. So this is something else on Mad Men CFO in the lawsuit. Saying James Brown is suing the company alleged misdeeds that include excess spending by the CFO founders for their own personal benefits and creating a hostile work environment. I don't care about the work environment, man. I care about how much money y'all gonna make. So make sure you guys use TD Ameritrade. A lot of United States marijuana companies are not on the New York Stock Exchange or the Canadian Stock Exchange, so other apps won't see stock like Mad Men, the Cresco Labs and stuff like that. I did a show on Robinhood, and Robinhood only has the stocks that's on the New York Stock Exchange and the Canadian Stock Exchange. Robinhood app is absolutely free. All right, now, however, CFO Mad Men in February has signed a 4-year contract and an annual salary of $750,000 plus bonuses. And look at those. I have annual salaries of $1.5 million in contracts. Actually, Grant Bierman Monty scored $4 million in bonuses apiece last year, while Parker snagged one bonus of $2.5 million. So I'm gonna put all the articles in the description box, and then you guys can read it for yourselves. Now, this is Supreme Cannabis Company. This is Supreme Cannabis Company. As you see, they're very cheap, very affordable, $1.45. Let's take a look at them. Here's the article here: how the African cannabis market could reach $7.1 billion by 2023. This is what I'm telling you guys. Dig deep into these companies to find out, because if you just Google it, you're going to find the ones that people are paid just to blog about all day and positive ads, and which is going to get you nowhere. And I had to dig deep into Cresco. I found Cresco before I actually seen them on the news here in Illinois, because Pritzker also, that's another story. Pritzker just did a news conference yesterday that Illinois is moving forward and we're going to legalize marijuana in Illinois. By January 1st, 2020, marijuana is going to be legal here in Illinois. Which two companies going to gain the most? That's Cresco Labs and Green Thumb Industry. Look at my video on the top 5 marijuana companies that I choose for the top 5. Cresco Labs and Green Thumb Industry is on that list. However, check it out. How Africa cannabis markets. So now that you know cannabis markets are going to reach Africa, it's a $7.1 billion industry. Just like I'm gonna post this article in the description box, and you guys can see. So now, once you see that Africa is moving towards marijuana, a lot of the countries are against it as of now. Africa has yet the potential to become enormous. They're saying a lot to do with the favorable climate, which makes growing weed easier in the neighboring, easier than in the neighboring Europe. So Africa has the climate to grow. They may be a very big manufacturer to Europe. They already have a black market, of course. Everybody has a black market. They already have a long history of growing cannabis. The plant is illegal. However, the UN estimates more than 38,000 tons of cannabis are produced around Africa each year, which in the black market worth billions with the B. Which company stand last year? Supreme Cannabis, which goes by the stock ticker SPRWF, invested $10 million in wherever the hell this is, Metagrow, acquiring 10% stake. Another one, Aphria, which is at $7 now, still affordable. The South Africa-based venture group companies. And of course, big dogs, Canopy growth. It's a big land grab now. Pay attention. That's how you find the sleeper stock, is doing your own research and digging deep into the articles. if you just Google, you will not find this. If you Google Africa's market, you won't find this article. So I wanted to bring you guys those articles. Pay attention. I'm going to bring you guys the newest articles and try to keep you up to date on which companies are making major moves. There's a lot of major moves to be made in May. A lot of companies are going to be reporting their quarterly earnings. So, also with MedMen, they do have some positive news. A lot of people are saying they're still making a move towards other places. They're constantly growing. So the stock will grow eventually. But now with all those lawsuits and allegations and whatnot, for me, I'm going to just stay away from it for a while. I think that my prediction with MedMen is that going towards January 2020, I think every company is going to skyrocket because a lot of states are going to be legalizing it January 2020, and it's big talk about us legalizing it federally 2020, 2021. It's definitely going to be with the presidential candidates. Also understand, Joe Biden, they say, is against legal marijuana. Woo! I don't know, Joe Biden. I don't know, homie. Also, this is the video I wanted to show you guys with Mexico. Mexico is taking huge steps towards legalization. They're definitely going to start legalization. Let's say if we went legal federally, they definitely going to follow. Find out which companies, and I'm going to find out which companies are already in Mexico. One company definitely already in Mexico is Aurora Cannabis. And then with talks of Mexico going legal, all the U.S. companies are definitely going to be trying to, even the Canada companies. It's a huge land grab right now. So what you guys are seeing is whoever grabs the most land is going to be the winners. And in 2025, it's going to be all the land is going to be got. Everybody who's positioned themselves is just going to be there. So whoever the big dogs is going to stay the big dogs, and whoever the small dogs is going to stay the small dogs. And the prices are cheap now. You can really find some of those breakout companies that are penny stocks that position themselves. I brought you guys Liberty Health. Also, Liberty Health, they have, I think, 7 dispensaries in Florida. They got like 9 more coming in Florida. They also are opening one up in Ohio. I'm going to bring you guys that. Check out my video on Liberty Health. Also, they have applications, I think, in New Jersey. So, check out Liberty Health. They are penny stock. They're like 59 cents right now. However, this is Mexico. Check them out.
Mexico's incoming government has taken another big step toward legalizing marijuana. On Thursday, the country's next interior minister submitted a bill to create a cannabis industry and allow recreational use of the drug. This is a pretty significant shift in Mexico's drug strategy. For years, the country has used its military to fight drug gangs, which has led to significant violence. But Mexico's president-elect has pledged to switch to a more peaceful approach to the war on drugs. If the new legislation passes, it would legalize the possession, public use, growing, and sales of pot. The bill would need a stamp of approval from both houses of Congress to pass. The move comes a little more than a week after Mexico's Supreme Court decided that a ban on recreational marijuana was unconstitutional.
So now's the time to start looking at Mexico cannabis companies. Now's the time. Who's moving into Mexico? Who's already in Mexico? Some of those stocks may be dirt cheap. So now's the time to start finding out who's in Mexico, who's in Mexico, who's in Mexico, what companies are going in Mexico, what companies are already in Mexico, and what penny stocks, marijuana stocks are about to be popping up in Mexico. This is definitely curb all the violence and them. So, as far as them fighting over, that'll make sense in Mexico. Anyway, I want you guys to like, comment, share this video. Definitely stay tuned with all my videos on marijuana stocks. I'm definitely going to keep you up on the latest news. Peace.
Cannabis.